So hello everyone, today we are going to discuss about equivalent mass. So myself Mohammed Ruhul and you are watching our channel Ruhul's Tutorial. तो स्टार्ट करते हैं इक्विवेलेंट मास के बारे में क्या होता है ये. तो इक्विवेलेंट मास इज इक्विवेलेंट मास. दिस कैन बी फाउंड with the help of formula. इसका फॉर्मूला होता है it is the ratio. किसका रेशियो? एटॉमिक मास और मोलर मास और फॉर्मूला मास divided by n factor. What is n factor? The n factor will be depend on what we have taken. If we will take element, then their atomic mass by their valency. So this we will discuss in details. How equivalent mass can be calculated for element, for acid, for base, for acid radical, basic radical, in redox reaction, in given reaction, for ions, all type we will discuss now. So first our topic is equivalent mass of an element. How equivalent mass of an element can be calculated? So for an element, if we have to find the equivalent mass, then the formula is equivalent mass of an element is atomic mass divided by their valency. Equivalent mass whose of element. If we have to find the equivalent mass of an element, what is the formula? Their atomic mass divided by valency. For example, suppose we have to find the equivalent mass of sodium. What will be the formula? Formula will be molecular mass of sodium by their valency. By valency of sodium. What is the molecular mass of sodium? Atomic mass of sodium. So mass of sodium is 23. What is the valency of sodium? 1. So our answer will be 23. In the same way you can find for elements. Suppose we have taken magnesium. What is the mass of magnesium? Atomic mass of magnesium divided by valency of magnesium. What is the valency of magnesium? Valency of magnesium is 2. The atomic mass of magnesium is 24. Valency is 2. That is our answer. Again, what is the equivalent mass of aluminium? The atomic mass of aluminium by valency. What is the valency of aluminium? 3. So in this way we can find the equivalent mass for an element. What is the formula? Formula is the atomic mass of the element divided by their valency. Any element, if you take equivalent mass of, suppose any element we have taken, suppose calcium. What will be the formula? Formula will be atomic mass of calcium. Atomic mass of calcium divided by valency of calcium. Divided by valency of calcium. Okay. What is the atomic mass of calcium? We know it is 40. What is the valency of calcium? 2. Valency we all know, as you have got in class 10, in class 11 also. So valency you know, I have assumed. Okay. So in this way we can find the equivalent mass of an element. Next, for ionic compound, what will be the formula? This is the equivalent mass for an element. If ionic compound is there, how can we find the equivalent mass for ionic compound? So second topic is equivalent mass of ionic compound. If the compound is ionic or ionic compound, one more name is there, electrovalent compound. Electrovalent compound. Okay. So first we will see the formula. What is the formula for finding the equivalent mass of ionic compound? So the formula is equivalent mass of ionic compound is equal to what? Same. So here we have written the atomic mass by valency. So here also mass. So mass of the ionic compound. So mass of ionic compound is known as formula mass. Whatever the mass of ionic compound. Suppose ionic compound we know those compounds which are formed by the transfer of electron. If a compound is formed by the transfer of electron, this you have got in class 10 also, in class 11 also. So if ionic compound is there, then we will write formula mass of ionic compound. Formula mass of ionic compound divided by total charge on cation or anion. Total charge of cation or anion, anyone, because whatever be the charge on the cation, the same charge will be on the anion. So charge on cation or anion are equal, so any one charge we have to take. Okay. And mass of ionic compound is known as formula mass. If we have to find the mass of ionic compound or electrovalent compound, that mass is called as formula mass. For example, equivalent mass of sodium chloride. What is sodium chloride? It is an ionic compound, electrovalent compound. It is formed by the transfer of electron. So equivalent mass will be is equal to formula mass of ionic compound, which one? NaCl, divided by total charge on cation or anion. Total charge on cation or anion. In any one, what is the total number of charge? Now what is the formula mass of NaCl? So sodium having the mass 23, chlorine having the mass 35.5. What is the charge on cation or anion? So we write NaCl as Na plus Cl minus. Na plus Cl minus. What is the charge on cation? Plus 1. What is the charge on anion? Minus 1. Means plus 1 minus 1, charge is nothing but 1. So 1. Either this or this. What will be the result? 538 to 58.5 by 1. So this is the equivalent mass. In same way we can find. So take another example for ionic compound. Suppose K2SO4, equivalent mass of K2SO4. What will be the formula? Formula mass of K2SO4 by total charge. What is the formula mass of K2SO4? Potassium mass is 39, 2 times. Sulfur mass is 32. Oxygen mass is 16, 4 times. And what is the charge on cations or anion? So K2SO4 is there. So if you break this, what will be the charge? K, how many times? 2 times. SO4 how many times? 1 time. How this can be break? K 2 times. So 2 times of K we will write. 2 times of K. What will be the charge? Next one 1. So it will be plus 1. Plus of SO4 how many times? 1 time. So 1 time of SO4 charge will be first one 2. So 2 negative. So it will be 2 times of K positive plus SO4 1 time. So 1 time of SO4 2 negative. What is the total charge on cation? K plus means 1K containing plus 1, 2K containing plus 2. SO4 what is the charge? 2 minus. So here 2 plus because 1 potassium ion have plus 1 charge, 2 potassium ion have plus 2 and here minus 2. So what is the total charge on cation or anion? Either plus 2 or minus 2. So any one. Now you can simplify and whatever be the result that will be our answer. So in this way we can find the formula mass of cations or anion, this one, and what is the total charge. When you will break it you will find. Now solve. 39 into 2 78 plus 32 16 4 ja 64 by 2. So this will be 4 2 6 and 8 14 10 4 14 4 1 1 is 6 3 9 1 10 10 7 17 by 2. So this will be 2 8 ja 16 1 4 2 7 ja 14. 87 will be the answer. Take one more example. Any ionic compound is there and how can we find that the compound is ionic? So ionic compound, it is formed by the transfer of electrons. It is formed by the transfer of electrons means, and it is formed between metals and non-metals. Metals and non-metals. ये metals और non-metals के बीच में बनेगा. Metal always lose electron, non-metal always gain electron. So electron is transferred and equal transfer of electron will be there. Okay. Next, take one more example. So one next example is we have to find equivalent mass of barium phosphate PO4 whole 3. Barium phosphate. Yes. Okay. So barium phosphate, barium is metal, phosphorus is non-metal. So metal in non-metal form ionic compound. So what will be their equivalent mass? So equivalent mass will be their formula mass of this one barium phosphate by total charge either on cations or anions. So formula mass of barium phosphate divided by total charge on cations or anion. Total charge on cation or anion. So find the formula mass. What is the mass of barium? Barium is 137. What is the mass of barium? 137. How many times? 3 times. So into 3 plus phosphorus. What is the mass of phosphorus? 31. How many times? 2 times. So 31 into 2 plus oxygen 16. How many times? 4 2s are 8. Okay. By. Now main is here, what is the total charge on cation or anion? Now break it. So how we will break? One formula for breaking is, suppose a compound is there of the type AXB1. A compound is of the type AXB1. If we break it, what will be the product? A. How many times? X time. So it will be X times of A. A is X times of A. What will be the charge? Second one, Y. So it will be Y positive. Plus B. How many times? Y times. So Y times of B. What will be the charge? First one, X negative. So in this way, any ionic compound you can break. How? A. How many times? X time. So X times of A charge, second one, Y positive, plus B Y times. So Y times of B charge, first one, X negative. Now what is this? Barium phosphate you can break now. Similar. So this can be broken. Barium, how many times? 3 times. So 3 times of barium, 3 times of barium. Okay. What is the charge? Second one, 2. 2 positive. Plus barium 3 times. So 3 times of Ba, charge will be 2 positive. Plus next PO4. How many times? 2 times. So 2 times of PO4. What will be the charge? First one, 3. So it will be 3 negative. What is the total charge on cation? 1 barium contain 2 positive. 1 barium contain 2 positive. How many barium? 3. So 3 2 ja 6. So here total plus 6 charge is there. 1 barium contain 2 positive. So 3 barium, 6 positive. Same, 1 phosphate contain 3 negative. So 2 phosphate contain 6 negative. So what is the total charge on cation or anion? That is 6. Then now you can simplify, whatever we get, that will be our answer. Now last one for ionic compound. Take one more example. Now we have to find equivalent mass of potassium sulfate dot aluminium sulfate dot 24 water. This one. Equivalent mass of potassium sulfate dot aluminium sulfate dot 24 watt. Now find it. This equal to. What is the formula? Okay. What is the formula? Formula mass by total number of charge on cations or anions. Now, what is the formula mass? Write it. First, potassium. What is the mass of potassium? 39. How many times? 2 times into 2 plus sulfur. How many times? 1. And here sulfur is 3 times. So 1 and 3, 4. What is the mass of sulfur? Sulfur having the mass 32. 4 times is there. Okay. Next, oxygen. How many times? 4. 4 3s are 12. Here 4. 4 3s are 12. Oxygen 24. Wow. Here 4. 4 3s are 12. Here 24. How many? 4 4 8 to 10. 1 3 1 4. 40 times. So 40 into 16 mass of oxygen. Next, aluminium. Aluminium 27. 27 into 2. 27 into 2. Sulfur, oxygen, then hydrogen. 1. How many times? 48. So 48 into 1. 24 into 2. 48 into 1. Now what is the total charge on cations or anion? What will be the total charge on cations or anions? Okay, let us find it. Total charge on cations or anions. Now, you can break it. Potassium sulfate dot aluminium sulfate dot 24 water. If you break, what we will get? First, potassium ion. So K 2 times. So 2 times of K. Charge will be sulfate 1 time. 2 times of K. Charge will be 1 positive plus. Next, SO4 charge 2 minus. Okay, plus. Next, aluminium having charge 3 positive. How many? 2 times. 2 times of aluminium, what will be the charge? Next one, 3 positive. Next, sulfate, how many times? 3 times. So 3 times of sulfate, what will be the charge? First one, 2 negative plus 24 water. Now, what is the total charge? You find total charge positive how much? 2 aluminium 3 plus twice K positive. So 1 potassium had charge plus 1, 2 potassium ion charge 2 plus. So here plus 2. Now here plus 6, 3 2 ja 6, 6 and 2 8. So plus 8 is there, minus 2 and minus 6, minus 2 minus 6 minus 8 is there. Means plus and minus both will be equal. So overall we can write that divided by 8. Now you can simplify, whatever you will get, it will be our answer. So now we have discussed 2 types of compound, of which we have calculated equivalent mass. First one was element. So for element, what is the formula? Atomic mass of the element divided by valency. Next, for ionic compound, what is the formula? Formula is formula mass of the compound by total number of positive charge or negative charge. Any one you can write. Why? Because both are same. Third, we will proceed to equivalent mass for ions. If ion is present, how can we find their equivalent mass? Equivalent mass for ions. Okay. Equivalent mass of ions. This is the third one. If for ions is given, so we already know there are 2 types of ions. One is cation, second is anion. So equivalent mass for ion, the formula is formula mass of ion. Whatever be the ion given, what is their formula mass? Formula will be given. Their formula mass by ionic charge. By ionic charge or charge on ions. What is the charge on ions? Okay, let us take one example. Suppose equivalent mass of sulfate ion we have to find. Equivalent mass of sulfate ion. So what will be the formula? Formula mass of sulfate ion. Formula mass of sulfate ion by charge on ion. What is the charge? 2 negative. So minus plus we will not write. We will write only magnitude. 2 negative, so 2. What is the mass? Sulfur 32. Oxygen 16, 4 times by charge is 2. So 64, this 96 by 2, that is 48. The answer will be 48. In this way you can find for any ion. Suppose we will take one cation also. So take one cation, positive ion. Suppose equivalent mass of ammonium ion. So what will be the formula? Formula mass of ammonium ion by ionic charge. What is the mass? Nitrogen 14, hydrogen 1 4 times. And what is the cationic charge? Plus 1. What will be the answer? This will be 18 by 1, it is 80. So for ions, formula mass of the ions will be there divided by their ionic charge. Next we will proceed to find the equivalent mass for acid. How we can find equivalent mass for acid? Okay. Now equivalent mass of acid. Okay. So acid, we know already, acid are those substances which can give H positive ions in water and also which can accept a pair of electron by Lewis concept, also which can donate proton by Bronsted concept. Okay. So acid, what is the formula? Equivalent mass of acid is equal to their molar mass of acid divided by basicity. Equivalent mass of acid, the formula is molar mass divided by basicity. Now what is basicity? What is the meaning of basicity? Basicity is the number of hydrogen atom. Basicity is the number of hydrogen atom. Number of hydrogen atom which can be replaced. Which can be replaced from one molecule of acid, which can be replaced from one molecule of acid. Basicity is the number of hydrogen atoms replaced from one molecule of acid. So one molecule of acid, how many hydrogen atom it can replace? That is called acidity. For example, basicity. For example, suppose equivalent mass of HCl, okay, equivalent mass of sulfuric acid, equivalent mass of phosphoric acid. What will be this? See, first we will find molar mass. So find molar mass. HCl, hydrogen 1. What is the meaning of molar mass? Mass of 1 mole of a substance. Molar mass means mass of 1 mole of a substance. Okay. HCl, hydrogen having mass 1, chlorine 35.5. How many hydrogen atom are there? 1. Which can replace HCl, can replace its 1 hydrogen. HCl have only 1 hydrogen, so it can replace it easily. So replaceable hydrogen atom are 1, so its basicity is 1. Here H2, 1 into 2 hydrogen, sulfur 32, oxygen 16, 4 times. How many hydrogen atom are there in sulfuric acid? There are 2 hydrogen atom. How many it can replace? It can replace 2 atom, which can be replaced because it can lose 2 hydrogen atom, and in place of 2 hydrogen atom any other substance may come. Sulfuric acid can lose 2 hydrogen, in place of 2 hydrogen any 2 other substance can come. So replaceable hydrogen atom are 2, so its basicity is 2. Here hydrogen 1 3 times, phosphorus 31, oxygen 16 4 times. Okay. What is 3 hydrogen atoms are there in phosphoric acid, which can it replace? So basicity is 3. Now you can simplify and you can find the answer. So for acid, in this way we will proceed. So divided by basicity, and basicity is the number of hydrogen atom which can be replaced by an acid. So if we know the basicity, problem is solved. Molar mass we can find easily. Main is to find the basicity. What will be the basicity? For example, suppose we have taken H3PO2, suppose 4, S3PO4, next S3PO3, next is H3PO2. So we have to find their equivalent mass, and we know molar mass. Molar mass easily we can find. Main is basicity. Okay, find the basicity. So first draw the structure. So for drawing a structure, all have tetrahedral structure. So in chemical bonding lesson number 4 of class 11, you have already studied that BSEPR theory, valence shell, electron pair, repulsion theory. From that theory, you can easily predict the shape. What is shape? Phosphorus having 5 valence electron, hydrogen will contribute 1. So 3 hydrogen will contribute 3. So 5 plus 3, 8. Oxygen we will not consider. Why? Because it is diatomic. So phosphorus is the main atom. It will give 5 valence electron. 3 hydrogen is the bonded atom. So it will give 3. Oxygen is the bonded atom, but it is diatomic, divalent. Valency is 2 for oxygen. And in formula you have got that only those atoms will be considered for calculating the electron whose valency is 1. So oxygen we will not consider. How many electrons? 8. How many pair? 4 electron pair. And here 4 bond pair will be there. So 4 electron pair and 4 bond pair. So make 4 bond, and we know 4 bond are in the form of tetrahedral. So here also 5 plus 3, 8 tetrahedral pattern. 5 plus 3, 8 tetrahedral pattern. So this all you know already, because you are going to give entrance exam. So this you know already. So 4 bond will be there. 4 bond pair means tetrahedral geometry will be there in this way. So first fill up the space with oxygen. 4 oxygen are there. Give 4 oxygen. How many hydrogen? 3. So oxygen always make double bond. So first complete the octet for oxygen. So 1 double bond this. So give 1 hydrogen to this oxygen. Done. 2 bond. 1 hydrogen. 1 hydrogen. Now this oxygen single will give double. So how many hydrogen this acid can replace? So 1, 2, 3. So its basicity will be 3. Basicity will be 3. So what will be the answer? Molar mass by 3 will be their equivalent mass. Next this one. 5 plus 3, 8. Same tetrahedral pattern this way. So shape will be like this, tetrahedral. P 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now first fill the space with oxygen. How many oxygen are there? 3. 1, 2, 3. Now one vacant space is there. Now first fill up this vacant space. First fill up this vacant space. So how many hydrogen? 3. One hydrogen will go here. Remaining 2. So give 1 here, and nothing is there. So oxygen make double bond here. How many hydrogen this acid can lose? See. So there are 3 hydrogen, but 2 hydrogen are connected with oxygen. 1 hydrogen is connected with phosphorus. Okay. So here we have to see electronegativity. So electronegativity you already know. What is electronegativity? Tendency to attract the shared pair of electron towards its shell in a covalent bond. So in a covalent bonded molecule, the tendency of an atom to attract the shared pair of electron toward itself. Now electronegativity value, let us check once. Electronegativity. What is electronegativity? The tendency of an atom to attract the shared pair of electrons towards its shell in a covalent bond. So electronegativity means the tendency of an atom to attract the shared pair of electron towards its shell. Now we know that in periodic table, fluorine have the highest electronegativity. Second highest is for oxygen, 3.5. Third is for nitrogen and chlorine, it is 3. And after that bromine, 2.8. I am writing the one which is maximum used. Okay. Bromine 2.8. Then iodine, sulfur, carbon, ISC, iodine, sulfur, carbon. This have the value 2.5. Then phosphorus, hydrogen have the value 2.1. Phosphorus or hydrogen have the value 2.1. Now see, this oxygen, who will attract the electron? The atom with more electronegativity. Atom with more electronegativity will attract the electron toward its shell. Atom with more electronegativity will attract the electrons. Which electron? Bonded electrons towards its shell. Bonded electrons towards itself. Now see, oxygen, what is the electronegativity? 3.5. Hydrogen, what is the electronegativity? 2.1. There is a big difference in the electronegativity. Hydrogen 2.1, oxygen 3.5. So what will happen? Oxygen will attract the bonded electron toward its shell, and oxygen will acquire negative and hydrogen will positive. In the same way here also, oxygen negative, hydrogen positive. So this hydrogen can easily removed. Why? Because bonded electrons are moved towards oxygen. Here bonded electron moved towards oxygen, so this hydrogen can easily remove. There is no Electron is there, but it is towards the oxygen. Now you see for this hydrogen, phosphorus both have the exactly same value of electronegativity, 2.1. So here electron pair will lie in the middle. Neither phosphorus nor hydrogen will attract it. So here this hydrogen cannot be removed. This hydrogen cannot be removed from the acid. So only two hydrogen, these two can be replaced from the acid. So its basicity will be 2. So its basicity will be 2. So those hydrogen which is attached to highly electronegative element, those hydrogen which is attached to highly electronegative element, only those hydrogen can be replaced by the acid. Why? Because they can easily remove, and in place of that hydrogen some other element can come, but this hydrogen cannot remove. Now see here this easily removed, easily. So 3 hydrogen can easily removed by the acid. So basicity is 3. Here 2. Now check for here, S3PO2. Shape is same, 5 plus 3 8 tetrahedral. Now first fill up the bond with oxygen. How many oxygen? 2. 1, 2. Second, remaining bond should be filled up by hydrogen. How many hydrogen? 3. 1, 2. One more hydrogen. To one more hydrogen you can give with oxygen, because oxygen make double bond. So it is balanced. So give here. So this contain 3 hydrogen, but it can replace only 1 hydrogen. Only this can be break. These 2 cannot break. So this compound have the basicity how much? 1. So what will be the equivalent mass? Molar mass by 3 by basicity, molar mass by 2, molar mass by 1. So in this way you can find the equivalent mass. Okay. Next, this is the equivalent mass of acid. Point number 4. Yes, 4. First element, then ionic compound, then ions, then acid. Now we will take acidic salt. So for 5 number is, so acid you can easily find their basicity, you can divide and you can easily find the equivalent mass of acid. Phosphoric acid and this one, sulfuric acid. Next is equivalent mass for acidic salt. This is acid, next acidic salt. Equivalent mass of an acidic salt. Okay. So first of all, acidic salt, what is the meaning of acidic salt? तो acidic salt क्या होता है and how it is formed, then we can solve the equivalent mass of acidic salt. So what is acidic salt and how it is formed? So acidic salt is formed, it is formed by the partial replacement of hydrogen, by the partial replacement of hydrogen ions of an acid by base, by a base or basic radical, you can say. What is basic radical? Basic radical means negative ion. Basic radical. Oh, sorry. By basic radical. Basic radical means positive ion. Yes. Basic radical means positive ion. Positive ion is also known as basic radical. So what is acidic salt? Acidic salt means it is formed by the partial replacement of hydrogen ion of an acid. Means acid can give two hydrogen atom, but it is only one is replaced. For example, H3PO2. Suppose we have taken H3PO4. H3PO4 we have taken. Okay. If we give here sodium hydroxide, so we know that in H3PO3 its basicity is 3. Now we have discussed its basicity is how much? 3. So basicity is 3, so it can give 3 hydrogen atom, and in place of 3 hydrogen atom, 3 other basic radical, means in place of H positive, other positive ion can come. Now if we give 1 NaOH, what will be the reaction? 1 hydrogen, reaction is given NaS2PO4 plus water. So see, this salt, this is acid, phosphoric acid, orthophosphoric acid, and this is base, acid plus base, acid plus base, salt plus water. So we already know that when acid react with base, salt and water are formed. So acid react with base, salt and water. What type of salt it is? It is nothing but acidic salt. It is acidic salt. How we can know that it is acidic salt? Because it is formed by the partial replacement of the hydrogen ion. H3PO3 can give 3 hydrogen atom, so its basicity is 3, but only 1 hydrogen atom is replaced. Its efficiency is to give 3 hydrogen, but it does not give, it gives only 1. So it is called acidic salt. So in this way you can know about the acidic salt. So for acidic salt, what is the formula for finding equivalent mass? Suppose one more example, NaHSO4. Suppose sulfuric acid. What is the formula of sulfuric acid? H2SO4. It can give 2 hydrogen ions, so its basicity is 2, but it can give 2 hydrogen. So if it give only 1 hydrogen atom is replaced by the other basic radical. Sulfuric acid have the efficiency of 2 hydrogen to give. So if it give only 1 hydrogen, if only 1 hydrogen is replaced by a basic salt, then its basic, then the salt form will be a acidic salt. So this is also an example of acidic salt. So acidic salt means what? The salt which can give hydrogen, but in reaction it is given less hydrogen. Means there is a possibility that it can also give more hydrogen. This salt can give 2 more hydrogen. So if it can give hydrogen, so it is acid, and salt is salt. It can also give 1 hydrogen. There is a possibilities, and it is a salt. So hydrogen can give, so acid, so acidic salt. So what is the formula of this? How can we find equivalent mass? So let us discuss how can we find the equivalent mass of acidic salt. The equivalent mass of acidic salt, the formula is same, molar mass of acidic salt, molar mass of acidic salt by replaceable hydrogen atom in it. Replaceable hydrogen atom. Replaceable hydrogen atom in it. So this is the formula. Okay. So first take 2 examples. Suppose equivalent mass of, suppose we have considered to find the equivalent mass of this NaS2PO2. NaS2PO2. Now, so first, what is their molar mass? You find the molar mass, and then how many replaceable hydrogen atom in it is present. Now, molar mass: sodium 23, hydrogen 1 into 2, plus phosphorus 31, oxygen 16 to 10. Now, replaceable hydrogen atom. How many replaceable hydrogen atoms are there in this compound? Sorry, it is take suppose 4. Here to not 4. How many replaceable hydrogen atoms are there? So H3PO4. We know that this is what? H3PO4. One hydrogen is replaced. Now, how many hydrogen can replaceable? It have 2 hydrogen atom which can further replace H3PO3. This originally it was H3PO3. Here 1 hydrogen is replaced by sodium. It have a possibilities that 2 more hydrogen it can replace. So replaceable hydrogen atom in it is 2. So answer will be molar mass by 2. Okay. Suppose equivalent mass of NaHSO4. What will be? So molar mass of this. What is molar mass? Sodium 23, hydrogen 1, sulfur 32, oxygen 16 into 4. So what will be this? Acha. We know that this is H2SO4, sulfuric acid. So in sulfuric acid, 2 hydrogen atom are replaceable. So only 1 is replaced by sodium, other one is present. It can replace. There is a possibility. So divided by 1. So in this way you can find the equivalent mass of an acidic salt. Okay. Now then we will continue equivalent mass of base and then equivalent mass of basic salt. So next point number 6. And for acidic salt, how can we find molar mass? By replaceable hydrogen atom. So here 2 hydrogen more can be replaced. Here 1 can be replaced. There is a possibilities. So this is the answer. So definition for calculating equivalent mass. So for base we use molar mass divided by acidity. So how can we know the equivalent mass of base? The formula is molar mass divided by acidity. Molar mass by acidity. Okay. What is acidity? Meaning of acidity is, acidity means replaceable hydroxyl ion in 1 molecule of base. In 1 molecule of base, how many replaceable hydroxyl ion is there? That is, like we have discussed for acid, it is basicity. What is basicity? Replaceable hydrogen atom. For base, replaceable hydroxyl ion. Okay, let us check. What will be the equivalent mass of sodium hydroxide? Its molar mass divided by replaceable hydroxyl ion. So in sodium hydroxide there is only one replaceable hydroxyl ion, so molar mass by 1. And molar mass you can easily find: sodium 23, oxygen 16, hydrogen 1 by 1. Suppose equivalent mass of magnesium hydroxide we have to find. What will be the formula? Molar mass of magnesium hydroxide divided by how many replaceable OH group are there? How many replaceable OH group? 2. Here 2 OH can be replaced. Now magnesium 24, oxygen 16, how many times? 2 times, plus hydrogen 1, 2 times by 2. You can simplify now. So in this way, suppose equivalent mass of aluminium hydroxide, what will be the result? So formula: molar mass of aluminium hydroxide by replaceable OH group, how many? 3. So by 3. So aluminium mass 27, oxygen 16, 3 times, plus hydrogen 1, 3 times by 3. So in this way we can find the equivalent mass of base. Okay. After that we will proceed for finding the equivalent mass of basic salt. So point number 7. So equivalent mass of basic salt. How we can find the equivalent mass of basic salt? Okay. Point number 7. Equivalent mass of basic salt. So first of all, what is the basic salt? Basic salt means it is formed by the incomplete replaceable of OH negative ion. Basic salt is formed by the partial. Basic salt means basic salt is formed by the partial replacement of OH negative ion. Partial replacement of OH negative ion. Let us take one example. Suppose calcium hydroxide is there. If you react with 1 mole of HCl, what will happen? So 1 OH, 1 H, 1 water. 1 OH, 1 H, 1 water. What is left? Calcium. OH 2 times was there. 1 is gone to make water. 1 OH is there and 1 chlorine is there. So this salt, here calcium have option that it can give 2 OH negative ion. Calcium have a option that it can give 2 OH negative ion, but it is given 1. Means this salt, this is acid, this is base, acid, base, salt, water, salt, water. So this salt is formed by the partial replacement of hydroxyl ion, not completely. If complete replacement is there, then we will take 2HCl. So this salt is formed by the partial replacement. So this salt is a basic salt. This salt is a basic salt. So example for basic salt will be calcium, OH, Cl, aluminium, OH2, Cl, aluminium, OH, Cl2, in this way. Means those salt which have hydroxyl ion, there is an option that they can replace it. So those salt having OH negative ion, they are called basic salt. In the same way we have discussed salt having H plus ion, partial replacement was there. Salt have the option to donate H plus, so acidic salt. This salt have the option that they can replace their hydroxyl ion, they still have option. So they are called as basic salt. How they are formed? Partial replacement of base. Basic partial. Okay. Now, how can we find the equivalent mass? So what is the formula for finding equivalent mass? The equivalent mass of basic salt, the formula will be same. Molar mass of basic salt, molar mass of basic salt divided by number of replaceable hydroxyl group. How many OH group are present? How many replaceable OH group are present in basic salt? In basic salt. Okay, for example, suppose what will be the equivalent mass of this calcium OHCl? Okay. Molar mass of this calcium OHCl by how many replaceable OH group is still present? One. Still one OH group is present, so by 1. Molar mass you can find calcium 40, calcium is 40, oxygen 16, hydrogen 1, chlorine 35.5 by 1. Now simplify. In the same way, equivalent mass of Al OH whole to Cl means their molar mass by replaceable OH group. How many OH group are there which can be replaced? 2. It have 2 replaceable OH group. This compound have the option that it can replace its 2 OH group. So molar mass by 2. And molar mass you can find easily. That is aluminium 27, oxygen 16, 2 times, hydrogen 1, 2 times, chlorine 35.5 by 2. So in this way, for acidic salt, number of replaceable hydrogen atom divided, and for basic salt, number of replaceable OH group. Now let us take some question regarding this. After that, for redox reaction, how can we find? Now, so now we have taken some question, and it will be very useful for clearing the doubt if any have in our session. Okay. Now we have taken 6 questions, so let's solve this. So answer to question number 1. See, what is the equivalent mass of H3PO4 in this equation? It is not asked single. What is the equivalent mass of in this equation? Okay. Second number is single. So answer number 2 first we will do. Equivalent mass of this. What will be the answer? Equivalent mass of H3PO4. What is the formula? It is acid. For acid we write molar mass of this divided by basicity. And we know that H3PO4 have basicity 3. This we have discussed in details. For H3PO4, H3PO3, H3PO2. For H3PO4 basicity is 3. For H3PO3 basicity is 2. H3PO2 basicity is 1. So this having basicity 3 divided by 3. You can check. Already we have discussed. Now write the molar mass. Hydrogen 1 3 times, phosphorus 31, oxygen 16 4 times is there. Divided by 3, whatever we will get, that will be our answer. Now, but in question 1, this same as 2, but in this equation. Now see, in this equation, how many hydrogen are there? 3. Here how many hydrogen are replaced? Only 2. It have the option that 3 hydrogen can be replaced by this acid. If given only this, then by 3. This is the answer. If it is given in the equation, so see in the equation how many hydrogen have replaced? Out of 3 hydrogen, 2 hydrogen is replaced by sodium. 1 hydrogen is not replaced. So equivalent mass of this S3PO4 in the given equation will be molar mass. Okay, molar mass will be there, divided by how much? If only this single is given, no reaction is given, then by 3. If reaction is given, so in the reaction how many hydrogen atoms are replaced by sodium? Now see, 3 hydrogen are there. Here how many hydrogen are left? 1, means 2 hydrogen are replaced. So divided by 2 will be there. Divided by 2. Now solve it. Molar mass will be same. 1 into 3. Phosphorus 31. Oxygen 16. 4 times by 2. Whatever get, we will, that is the result. Now the same acid have different equivalent mass. If you find alone, then normal rule is there. If you have to find in the reaction, so in the reaction what will be the number of hydrogen atom replaced, that will be. Here 2 hydrogen are replaced by 2 sodium, so divided by 2. In question 4 you see equivalent mass of this. So answer number 4. Answer number 4. 4 each. This. Now what type of compound is this one? First check. This is what type of compound? So this salt have the replaceable hydrogen atom. It was originally H3PO4. It was originally H3PO4. Out of H3PO4, 1 H is replaced, 2 H are there. Means in this compound 2 replaceable hydrogen atom are still present. So it is an acidic salt. This is a acidic salt. It is an acidic salt. So for acidic salt we have got the definition of equivalent mass. Their molar mass divided by number of replaceable hydrogen atom. So equivalent mass of NaS2PO4 will be equal to how much? This will be molar mass of NaS2PO4 divided by how many replaceable hydrogen atom are there? 2. So divided by 2 will be the answer. Now molar mass you can easily find. Now for question number 3, see. For question number 3, same compound is there, but it is in the reaction you have to find this. Same. Compound is same, equivalent mass you have to find, but it was separately. So we have given number of replaceable hydrogen atom. And same is asked in the given reaction, same. So in given reaction, this compound have 2 replaceable hydrogen atom, but how many hydrogen are replaced? How many hydrogen are replaced? Just only 1. It have the option that it can replace it 2 hydrogen, but in the given reaction it have replaced only 1 hydrogen. So in reaction what will be their equivalent mass? Answer number 3. Equivalent mass of NaS2PO4 in the given reaction will be molar mass of NaH2PO4. Molar mass of NaS2PO4 by how many hydrogen are replaced? Out of 2 only 1 are replaced, so by 1. And molar mass you can find sodium 23, hydrogen 1, 2 times, phosphorus 31, oxygen 16, 4 times. by 1. Now solve what we will get. That is the answer. So now see the difference. Compound is same, acidic salt, but answer are different. So in exam, if it is asked alone, see how many replaceable hydrogen atom are there. If it is asked in reaction, so in reaction you see how many hydrogen atom are replaced. How many hydrogen atom are replaced. Now next question number 5. Let us see. Equivalent mass of this. So only this, nothing else is given. See, what is this? It have replaceable OH group. So it is basic salt. How many OH group are there? 2. So write the answer. Question number 5. Okay. 5. Answer 5. So equivalent mass of aluminium OH 2Cl will be equal to molar mass divided by 2 is the answer. Okay. So this equal to molar mass of aluminium OH2Cl. How many replaceable OH group are there? 2. So by 2, and molar mass you can easily find. Okay. Now proceed to question number 6. Okay. 6 is same compound but in the reaction. So answer number 6. Same compound, equivalent mass of basic salt aluminium OH2Cl. Now definition, molar mass. How many OH group are replaced in the reaction? If given alone, OH are 2. If in the reaction it is given, how many OH group are replaced? So see, here 2 OH are there, but here 1 is there. Means 1 OH group is replaced. 2 are there, here is 1. Matlab 1 OH is replaced. So now we have seen that the same compound can have different equivalent mass. The same compound can have different equivalent mass. So it depends whether it is given alone or whether it is given in conditions. Okay. So now one more is there, equivalent mass in redox reaction for oxidant or reductant. Okay. Next, point number 7 or 8 will be there. Equivalent mass in redox reaction. In redox reaction. So how in redox reaction we can find the equivalent mass? So we know that redox reaction is what? The reaction in which both oxidation and reduction takes place. The reaction in which both oxidation and reduction takes place. So if asked what is the equivalent mass of oxidizing agent, what is the equivalent mass of reducing agent, how can we find? Okay, so formula is equivalent mass of oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent, also it is known as oxidant, or this, or you can say equivalent mass of reducing agent. Reducing agent, also it is known as reductant. So the formula is molar mass divided by number of electron transferred or lost or gained. Number of electrons lost or gained. So this is the formula. So if asked what is the equivalent mass of oxidizing agent or what is the equivalent mass of reducing agent, the formula is molar mass divided by number of electrons lost or gained. How many electron lost or gained? For example, what is the equivalent mass of oxidizing agent in the given redox reaction? So this is a redox reaction given. It is a redox reaction. What is redox reaction? The reaction in which both oxidation and reduction takes place. So first our aim is to find which one is oxidizing agent and which one is reducing agent. Now check. The given reaction is SO2 plus 2H2S goes to 3 sulfur plus 2 water. Okay. What is the charge of sulfur here? Sulfur, let the charge be X. Oxygen having charge -2, 2 times equal to 0. Sulfur, we have to find the charge X, oxygen -2, 2 times into 2 equal to no charge is given 0. What is the value of X? +4. What is the charge of sulfur? Now hydrogen have 1, 2 times sulfur, let be X, okay, equal to no charge 0. So X will be equal to -2. So sulfur had the charge -2. Sulfur uncombined state 0. So now see, sulfur +4 to +0. What happened? +4 to +0. Sulfur SO2 +4 to +0 means what? Sulfur have +4 means what? 4 electrons are less. 4 electrons are less, so it gain 4 electrons to become sulfur. So sulfur +4 is there means what? Sulfur have 4 electron less, so it gain 4 electron. So here gain of electron occurs, and gain of electron is called reduction, and reduction means it is the oxidizing agent. Okay, check another one. -2 say 0, so H2S -2 to 0. Okay, what does it mean? -2, 2 electrons are more, so it lost 2 electron, then becomes sulfur. -2, 2 electron are more, lost 2 electron to become sulfur. So loss of electron, oxidation, oxidation matlab reducing agent. So what we have asked, find the equivalent mass of oxidizing agent. Which one is oxidizing agent? SO2 is oxidizing agent. SO2 is oxidizing agent, and H2S is what? It is a reducing agent. H2S is a reducing agent. So we have asked to find the equivalent mass of oxidizing agent. So what will be the answer? The answer will be equivalent mass of oxidizing agent means SO2. What is the formula? Molar mass of SO2 divided by what we have written? Number of electron lost or gained. So if it is oxidizing agent, the number of electron will be gained. If it is reducing agent, number of electron will be lost. So how many electron lost? Sorry, gained 4. So this by 4 will be our answer. So oxidizing agent or reducing agent will be observed in a redox reaction. So just find number of electron gained or lost. Gained or lost. So if asked what is the equivalent mass of oxidizing agent, molar mass by number of electron gained. Reducing agent, molar mass by number of electron loss. That is our answer. So sulfur 32, oxygen 16, 2 times by 4. 32, 64 by 4. 64 by 4 is 16. The answer will be 16. So 32, 64 by 4. 4 1 ja 4. 2 4. 4 6 ja 24. That is the answer. Okay. So this is up to equivalent mass. So hope you like this video, and if any confusion, doubt is there, you can ask me in the comment section. Okay, thank you very much.